yourself if you don't call him. So I said, okay, same thing. Please don't answer. Please don't. And he didn't answer. He was obeying this time. And then I leave a voice message. Anyway, a little bit later, I'm on the phone with Tommy, and I get a number calling. It's Lennon Ledbetter. I go, I gotta go. Hold on. Hello, Mr. Ledbetter. Anyway, he says, I get talking, and I said, would like to talk with you again. And he says, I'm much more open to looking this time than I was last time. I said, well, I believe in doing things sooner than later, sir, so when do you want to do it? And he says, how's tonight? I said, tonight's fantastic. I said, plus, John and Doug really want to talk to you again. I had no clue they wanted to talk to me again. So he says, how's 7 o'clock? 7 o'clock Mountain Time, 9 o'clock Eastern, it's 4:30. I said, that sounds perfect. So I start calling, no answer from John. I call Doug Weed's home phone, which I don't even know how I got that. No answer. And so I call again. Please, someone answer, please, anyone. No one. Finally, I got Doug Weed's cell phone number. And I call his cell phone, and his wife from France answers. Let me reverse it. I called his cell phone first, I called his home phone. His wife answered, and she says, hello, in her sweet French voice. And I said, can I speak with Doug Weed? She goes, hold on. Doug Weed doesn't know who I am. So anyway, Doug gets on the phone. This is how Doug answers. Hey, buddy. Hello. Like that. And I said, Mr. Weed, my name is Justin Prince, and I'm a Zango leader. Can I talk to you about Lennon Ledbetter? And he goes, well, tonight I have some meetings. I said, Doug. I'm thinking to myself, Doug, just help a brother right now. They're cross-lines me, so they don't need to help me. They're cross-lines. I said, Doug, just help me. He says, well, at 7 o'clock, Fox News is calling. And I go, ooh, yeah, okay, we can move that from Fox News. And then he says, and then we have Ron Paul calling. Ooh, okay, we can move that from the presidential candidate, okay? I go, how's 7:30? He says, that'll work. Got the appointment. John gets on, they talk to him, he then meets Robert Conley, he then meets the upline, he then meets all the founders, goes, sits out a non-compete in one of the greatest networkers in our industry's history. Joined a 29-year-old kid with no deal in an 8-year-old company. I'm just going to end with a personal experience. And I realize this doesn't reflect some of the challenges that some of you are going through. So it's just meant to be encouraging. I would work all day long on Zango. My wife and I had the little boy, then we had a little girl, and then we have another little girl, so 3 little kids. And then I would work at night selling food storage. In Utah, they're weird. They buy 30-year food storage, like freeze-dried and so on. This is really good, thank you. And I would sell food storage at night to pay the bills, and then on the weekend I had to go get my old job back, and I would go sell these cartoon animated DVDs at a fair. Now folks, I don't know if you've ever been to a fair, and I don't have anything against fairs particularly, but you can only take so much corn dogs and funnel cakes, before you kind of get a little worn out. So I'd go to the fair and I'd sell. So I'd be gone in the morning before my kids are awake, work Zango all day, doing appointments, trying to build my network, build my team, build my freedom, build my dream. I'd go work all night long selling food storage, and then I'd go and work all weekend long selling cartoon DVDs at fairs all over the country. And I was selling a dream that I wasn't living. And I remember one night, I was coming home from Idaho, the fair got done about 11:30 midnight, 5 hours away, and I come to a rest stop in the middle of nowhere in Idaho. It's kind of a desert area in Idaho. And I come to this rest stop, it's about 3 in the morning, I just couldn't go any further. I was just exhausted. And I pulled over. And I laid in this rest stop, and I put my chair back, and I laid like this. And I just thought, if some trucker wants a piece of me, he's going to get all he can handle tonight. But I needed to get some rest. So I wake up about 4:30 in the morning, drive the rest of the way. I get home Sunday morning as the sun's coming up. My wife's getting the 2 little kids up, ready for church and ready to go. And I come walking in, weary-eyed. Hey, guys, Dad's home. And Lennon and I were doing a meeting in Idaho about a month ago. And we drove by on the way home late. We were launching a new group there. We drove by this rest stop. And almost in my mind's eye, I could see that little car pull into that rest stop. And in my mind's eye, I could almost see the trunk full of food storage, full of cartoon movies, and full of network marketing brochures and CDs. And almost in my mind's eye, I could see a devoted, sweet wife at home with, at the time, 2 little kids that didn't know where Daddy was, other than he was just working. And she put him to bed all by herself, and read the bedtime stories all by herself, and said prayers all by herself. But she let me go pursue the dream. And I could look at this boy, who's a devoted young father, and his shoulders seemed to hang down a little bit. His chin was a little low. His eyes were weary with being the pressures of a young dad. And I almost wanted to reach out to him and say, don't you quit, boy. Don't you give up. There's years of happiness and success ahead. Don't you give up, boy. And I want to say, get your chin up. Get your shoulders back. You keep chasing that dream. You keep doing your best. You keep inspiring people. Don't you give up, boy. Don't you quit. So, folks, I believe it was possible for me, as I believe it's possible for you, to create and to design an extraordinary life. So God bless you.